Okay, now let's look at this concern for the victim in crime, in restorative justice, a different new kind of justice. The victim is a part of it. It's not just that we worked with the men in the prison. Part of it is the victim and the other person's and the criminal's connection, you see. Because yes, we want to heal the victim as well as the other person, to restore peace and harmony in the community. So, the first step, we get this prisoner to empathize with the pain of the other person. And as you can guess, this person has some pretty intense feelings, and they often come out in a very violent way. Name-calling, wishing the other person could be tortured. And I coach the prisoner to empathize. Now, we know how difficult empathy can be. So you can imagine how painful it's going to be for this person to really see the enormity of suffering that the other person has gone through. They want to take usually the easy way out. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh no, no apology. That's too easy. I want you to tell me what you hear her feeling and needing. I can't do that. I'll do it for you, watch, and then I'm going to ask you to do it afterwards. So I might empathize with the enormity of pain of this person. And I pull the other person by the ears to hear this. As you can guess, it's a pretty intense experience. It can take a couple of hours, 3 hours sometimes, to get this person the empathy they need for all their suffering. And now I say, I'd like to know how you feel when you hear this. I should be killed. I'm dirt. I'm sorry. Now, calling yourself names and apologizing is too easy. Punishing you would be too easy. I want you to really suffer. But I want you to suffer in a way that everybody will benefit. I want you to mourn what you did, not apologize for it. What do you mean? So I have to show them how to mourn, not to apologize. I want you to go inside and tell me how you feel when you see the enormity of suffering of this person. Don't make me do that. I'm afraid to do that. Go inside and tell me how you feel. I'm a pig! Name calling is too easy. I want you to go inside and tell me how you feel. This can be very intense, you see. To go inside and see how it feels to not contribute to life, but do just the opposite. It's an enormously painful experience, but it's a life-serving pain, in contrast to that of an apology, which makes you hate yourself. And then after the prisoner has mourned, incidentally, almost always, at one part, the person who has been victimized is screaming, "How could you have done it?" Because, see, we not only want empathy for our suffering, we want to understand how it could have happened. But we save that for last. Because though this person wants to empathize earlier, they've got to get full empathy before they can really do it. They've usually been encouraged to do that all along. Good-hearted wolves have said, you should forgive the other person, you should forgive. You should understand he probably had problems. The timing is poor, because then this person tries to understand, but they push their own pain down. But after they've had the empathy, they want to understand how this other person could do that. So now I say to the prisoner, now I want you to tell us what was alive in you when you did what you did to her. What feelings and needs were alive in you when you did it? And of course, they're not too good at getting in touch with that. And this can take a bit of work to help them to really get clear what was going on in them. Then I ask the victim to tell me back what was going on in the prisoner when that happened. Now, I've hardly seen a person, a victim, who didn't want this other person to be punished before we go through this process. Afterwards, I've never seen one that wants the other person punished. In fact, both are eager to get to the next step to see if there's anything more that could be done to create healing and restoration.